No, non parlo inglese. No, non bevo la birra. How do negative statements work in Italian, or negative verbs in general? Let's have a look in today's lesson, part of a 30-day series to help you get started with the Italian language. So negative sentences in Italian could also be negative questions, to be honest. So let's start with negative sentences. So basically, how do we say don't? The I don't eat, I don't go, or I am not. It depends on the verb for English, but in Italian it's very simple. We just use the word non, N-O-N, non, and we put that before the verb. Non followed by the conjugated verb. Now, there's another word that is the word no, but that is the word that we use to answer a question. Do you like this? Si? Yes? No, I don't. So don't confuse that. So no is not the word that we use before a verb. No doesn't make a verb negative. It's just an answer that you give directly. So the one that we use is non. Parlo italiano, I speak Italian. Non parlo italiano, I don't speak Italian. That's it. Parlo italiano, non parlo italiano. That's it. Very, very simple. Sono americano, I'm American. Non sono americano, I'm not American. So what would happen if you had the subject? What if instead of saying sono americano, you had said io sono americano? Because you needed to specify the subject because it's so important right now that, oh, no. You thought that he was the American. No, I am the American. So you're trying to emphasize, like, then you need to say io. Then, where does the non go? It still goes right before the verb. So, io non sono americano. Io non sono italiano. So, with the subject pronoun, the non goes after the subject pronoun, or basically, it goes right before the verb. Let's be specific. Now, be careful though, because when we have a verb with a pronoun that is direct or indirect, now we haven't learned those. We don't have time in 30 days, but I'll give you an example. If the pronoun that is before the verb is not a subject pronoun, like it's not io, tu, lei, one of those subjects, then we do not break that block, and it will make sense in a minute. If I say ti amo means I love you. The subject of that sentence is still io, so io ti amo. But if I want to negate I love you, meaning I'm so sorry, like I don't love you, how would that sound? Non ti amo. Non ti amo. So we're not going to break up the ti from the amo. We're not going to say ti non amo. Non ti amo. Non ti amo. Now, if you were to say io, then the io would still go before the non. So io non ti amo. Io non ti amo. But somebody else does, right? So I don't love you, but somebody else does. If you were to say your name, mi chiamo Manu. Mi chiamo Manu. And you wanted to negate that because that's not your name. Somebody called you by the wrong name. Non mi chiamo Manu. Non mi chiamo Manu. This one is a big one. If you learn Italian, you will want to say that you like things. This verb is quite tricky. We have, I believe in beginner Italian, we have 2 units on the verb piacere, and we've already shared some of those lessons here on YouTube, so you can look them up to understand how to express like. Complicated subject, but mi piace means I like. Mi piace. So that mi is not the subject io. It's a word that means to me. Never mind why, but that mi is not io. Io is not in that sentence at all. So mi piace means it's pleasing to me. If I don't like something, then I would say non mi piace. So for example, mi piace il gelato. I like ice cream. Non mi piace la pizza. I don't like pizza. It's not true because I love pizza, but just an example. Now, another thing that I see learners do, you will not be able to do it because you haven't learned the thing that I'm telling you to be careful of, which is compound tenses. Verbs that have 2 components, like in English, have seen, I have seen. The way you negate that in English is I have not seen. So you are breaking the compound like that in English, but we don't do that in Italian. Ho capito means I got it, I understood. Ho capito is literally I have understood, really, like when you look at it. Ho capito. If you have not understood, it's non ho capito. Non ho capito. It's not ho non capito, which would replicate the English, but I don't think you would do this, but just a reminder that you shouldn't do it once you learn the past tense. E abbiamo finito. That's it for today. I will see you tomorrow for a very strange lesson. We will work on Italian pronunciation, but we'll do it in a very creative way because I know it's going to help you. If you're curious, I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.